whatever the fuck it is to you. I don't really care, but I'm pretending like I do. And it's me. Welcome to another episode of I've Always Been This Way. And I don't really know how I'm feeling today. And I'm not going to say to be honest with you because that means I'm a fucking liar. People that say to be honest with you need to be punched in the tits. Okay. Let me just get that off my chest. Okay, so the other day I decided I needed a mental health day. And the reason being is because I felt like I was a constipated cunt. And as Reagan would say, I was constipated. So yes, I did feel like completely out of sorts, aggravated, irritated, annoyed. People were pissing me off. Everybody's asking me too many questions. My dog shit in the house. What else happened? I don't fucking know. All these things I had to do, and I just said, fuck it. Fuck it and all this bullshit. Fuck that dog and his dog shit. I got one dog who's trying to drive me crazy. The other one who's trying to live up my asshole. And I just said, fuck you guys. Fuck this house. Fuck my responsibilities. Fuck it. Just fuck it. Okay? And I will say that I should do this, have this kind of day more often, where I just say, fuck you guys. Fuck everybody. And I'm realizing more and more that it's okay to say fuck you to people if you're over it. If you need a break, just go fucking take it. Don't ask for permission. Don't ask for forgiveness. You just go do what you fucking want to do. Okay? So that's what I did. I was fearing that I was on the verge of a completely psychotic break where I thought for a minute that murdering somebody might be a good idea. So I think if you get to that point in your life or you're having a day like that, it's best to just shut the world out. And that's what I did. So I decided to get in my car and drive myself to a but a hotel in Atlanta somewhere and sit by their pool all day. And that's what I fucking did. It's so good, or it was good for me to do that because, well, for so many fucking reasons. But one was, I didn't have to talk to anybody that day if I didn't want to. I didn't have to talk to a motherfucking soul that day, and I hardly did. And believe me, if you are a family a member or a friend or the mailman or anybody else, excuse me, but you don't want to talk to me that day anyway. And I'm learning that I need to protect what very small part of my sanity is left, so that's what I did. So I go to this pool and I'm chilling out, I'm trying to relax, and I'm in my bathing suit, which, you know what's nice about being like anonymous in a place is that my ass fat could have been hanging out of that bathing suit, my titties could have looked bad, my hair could have looked like shit, and nobody knew me there, so I didn't give a fuck at all. Zero fucks once I got to that place. And that's where I needed to get to in my head, not just like physically not giving a fuck, but just like mentally being like, I need to have a day where everybody can just fuck off. So that's what I had. I laid by the pool. I ordered a cocktail. I had Uber Eats bring me a burger. And I laid on my big fat ass doing nothing. And it was excellent. For a while. Hold on, hold that thought. Then I decided I needed to be nice. Mistake. I should have had just a full cunt day. Like, be a bitch all day long, be an asshole all day long. But no, I was like laying on this chaise thing, and I realized that I left my shit on an adjacent chair. And I saw this couple come up, and I was like, oh fuck, I left some of my shit on that chair. I bet they would like to sit like in this nice, comfortable chaise, whatever. So, like a dumb bitch, I moved my shit because they were situating themselves a little bit further away from me, and I should have just left well enough alone. This will teach you on your fuck off day, or fuck you day, or mental health day, or whatever the fuck you call it, to not be nice to anybody else. You don't have to. And that was a mistake. Because this couple, especially the dumb motherfucker that this stupid bitch had to be married to, was talking on his phone. Did I say he was talking on his phone? Loud, and for an incredibly long time. Like, go the fuck back to your office, asshole. You're sitting by a pool where people are trying to relax. Read the room, asshole. No. So, being the cunt that I am, I decided to take my speaker out because they were playing like background, like elevator music at the pool. So I took my speaker out and I turned it up to drown out his annoying voice. And it worked for a while, but then I realized I can still hear him, and I'm feeling like violence filling my heart and soul. And so I thought, that's not what a mental health day is about. It's really not about killing the person that's sitting next to you at the pool. You know, it's just not what it's about. So I just put my earphones on and I zoned out and chilled out. Oh shit, you know what? I forgot to tell y'all. So when I get to the hotel to check in to hang out at the pool, the lady behind me must have just had the vibe that I was irritated as fuck. So she goes, you look like you need to get in front of me. And I said, are you sure? And she goes, yep. She goes, just as long as you won't take that long. I said, no, I'm just trying to get a pass to the pool. It'll be fine. But I must have been permeating cuntiness. Like, she must have known that I was constipated. So that bitch is like, let me get out of this crazy bitch's way and she needs to get to the pool. Stat. She needs to get away from me. And I did. So this day that I went and had a mental health day, I realized, you know, and I've been realizing this for a while lately, but I just need to live it better, that some days I just need to tell people, don't call me, don't text me, don't talk to me, don't ask me for anything. I mean, preferably don't shit on my carpet. That'd be nice if you didn't do that as well. But just generally fuck off. And I don't really call what I did being selfish. I mean, I am a little spoiled twat that I went and sat by a hotel pool, but I got the cheapest rate possible, so like I was actually saving money. Girl math. And I had a pretty good day. I fell asleep by the pool. And I probably could only do this because I realized there was like lots of surveillance cameras around the pool area. And I thought if somebody's going to rob me or kill me, at least it'll be on video. But at that point, I didn't really care. I zoned out, chilled out, and took care of myself that day. And I think we all should be allowed or encouraged to have a day like that where you really just put your mental health first. And I don't do it enough, which is why I'm crazy as fuck. I mean, hello, you've heard me talk. Y'all know I'm crazy. But it's comforting to know that somewhere in my very deep, dark, in my deep, dark, twisted brain, that I realized if I don't get the fuck out of this house, I'm going to hurt somebody that's completely undeserving. But I guess the one comforting thing is that if I did murder someone, and I wouldn't murder like any of my kids, my husband has gotten me to the point that I've wanted to murder him on several occasions, but I do love him, so I'm not going to do that. But I do feel like if I had murdered someone that day, I mean, my defense would have simply been, this bitch is crazy. She was nuts. And I probably wouldn't have gone to jail. So in hindsight, I really probably missed an opportunity to partake in some illegal activities without having to go to jail. Next time. There's always next week. I'm sure I'll go nuts then too. So that's what happened to me. And I totally think that if you are having, and I'm not going to even say they're irrational thoughts of killing somebody, but really going through with it is probably a bad idea. Yeah, I mean, it's a bad idea. Okay, it's a bad idea. Killing somebody is a bad idea. Am I trying to convince myself that killing somebody's... Yes, I'm trying to convince myself that, yes, killing someone's a bad idea. Yep. I'm going to write that down. I really should just get a tattoo of that. Don't kill anyone today. That should be a tattoo. I don't have any tattoo. Well, I do have one tattoo, but it's in a place that you can't see, so we're not going to talk about that. Maybe another day. But I should get a tattoo that says, "Don't kill anyone today." And so that when I feel like I might kill somebody, it should just like maybe it'd be on my hand. Maybe I just touch it and remind myself like, don't kill anyone today, because I'm pretty sure that there's no good bar in jail. In fact, I'm sure like when you get to jail, they probably only serve like barefoot wine in a plastic cup, and you probably don't even get any snacks. And I just don't think I'm made for jail. I don't think that it would suit me. I don't really know if I look good in any colors, but I don't really feel like orange would suit me. I don't tend to wear a lot of stripes. So the process of my mind is thinking more like what jail doesn't have that I have on the outside world. So let's keep it at that. I'm going to stay out of jail. I'm going to try not to kill anybody. I'm going to take more mental health days to protect all of you guys and my family, and probably not my friends, because I don't really want to kill them very much, because I could just tell them to fuck off and leave, or just not answer their texts or whatever. And my family's excellent, by the way. I do love them, but sometimes just shut the fuck up. I don't want to answer your goddamn questions. I don't want to answer your text. I don't want to talk to you. Michael, I love you, but shut up. And that's how I feel about that. My mental health day was excellent, and I would highly recommend it. And y'all have a good day. And if you can't, go have a mental health day. I've always been this way. Fuck off, y'all. Bye.